Contractors who prey on unsuspecting clients are the worst, and they make it hard for those ethical contractors because it erodes people's trust. We got an interesting one here today, guys. So I got called out to this inspection. So these guys hired a contractor to come do a whole bunch of work here, and it started out as like $27,000, and then they were like, "Woo, we found some stuff, and it's going to go up," and then it went up again, and went up again, and now they're at like what, $60-something thousand? So let me show you some of the workmanship we're seeing, and we are going to recommend an invasive inspection, and I'm going to show you where, and then we're going to follow up on this video. So this is going to be a multi-part to kind of see what the contractors do, and I'm not going to call them out by name in this video. We're going to kind of give them an opportunity to do right here, but I'll show you the stuff that I'm seeing. Hold on. So what we have here is an old house, and what they did was they renovated this whole garage and shop, and over here they put two overhead garage doors, roll-up doors in. All right, so I did see some of the photos of the construction work, and I'll tell you, it didn't look like proper framing to me. I didn't see any proper jack studs, king studs, headers, beams, columns, nothing. It was really kind of odd, actually. They had some 2x4s and some 2x6s sticking up. But this is one of those things, the longer you look at it, the worse it gets. So when I first got here, this is brand new vinyl siding. And the very first thing that I saw, obviously, was this horrible negative grade and dirt backfill right up to the vinyl siding. So any contractor is going to know that with soil, you got to have a 6 to 8 inch clearance between the ground and the siding. We pulled the vinyl siding out, and there is a EPS, expanded polystyrene, which is styrofoam, underlayment behind this insulation. There's no weather resistive barrier. There's no Tyvek house wrap, anything like that. All right, but that actually isn't the worst part. What started to happen was I got up here, and you're going to notice that they put this metal flashing, this soffit in across here. Over here, it's like 4 inches, and it kind of goes down to about 2 inches or maybe 2.5 over here. So I already started noticing that the workmanship was pretty awful. Now, the client explained to me right now that when they had left big gaps up here, and the cap flashing was improper, and so they just kind of crammed a second J channel in there, and you'll see it right there, and you will see that none of this is even at all. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the cap flashing is recessed back about 3/4 of an inch here, and then it's about an inch here, but then the cap flashing protrudes over here. So it's like everything is just kind of big bunch of nope. All right, we came over here, and I noticed that on the exterior here, they framed right to the ground. So there's actually wood and OSB touching the ground here, and it used to be masonry blocks, so there actually used to be a footing here. And then come over here, same thing. So now they've got this low point where they shove the siding right into the soil, and as you can tell, it's not even very even. Then on top of it, if you stand right here and look up this wall, you're going to notice that this is like a Tony Hawk half pipe right here. He's going to drop in on that vert, he's going to get some speed, he's going to do some tricks. Anyway, so Tony Hawk would love this wall because that's not straight at all. And then on top of it, you come inside, and those electronic eye sensors are almost 11 inches off the ground, which is a safety hazard. And it's like that on all sides. Now, they boxed everything in. You can see there's OSB on this whole thing. But when you consider that this is a flat roof on top of here, we are going to get very significant snow load, which means proper headers, proper beams, whatever they've done here is super important. And I started going over this with thermal imaging to look at the thermal bridging. And you will notice that those dark blue sections right there, where you see dark blue is cold. Where you see pink is insulation, those studs. So that doesn't look to me like a proper header. Now, I could be wrong. It could be. They might have done everything just right, but the only way to know is to have them pull this off or to submit phase photos to me. Now, they did the roof covering on the house. They did the whole asphalt roof. And what I'm seeing up here, right in that valley, is I'm seeing a partially woven valley, which you're not supposed to do with asphalt shingles. That will void their warranty. And then it's strange. It's kind of a cut valley the rest of the way up. So I can't say that I love that. On top of it, they didn't put proper boot flashings on the roof. They just threw a shingles around it and gooped it up with some sealant. And then we got to talking some more, and I started hearing about what they were doing up here. There was even a point in time when the roofing was just kind of laying on top of the cap flashing, and they just spray painted it with some white spray paint. I did get that with the drone when I was up there, and I will try to provide that in this video. On the back side of that cap flashing, right there, on the other side, I think I saw one nail holding that flashing on the back. So I did a very exhaustive inspection here. We're going to get into this one. I'm going to let you know what the contractors say, whether they're going to actually let us do an invasive inspection or they're going to pull that OSB down and prove to us that it's framed properly. But I'm skeptical at this point, and this is part one, so stay tuned for the saga. So now I'm up on a ladder. Let me show you the flashing they put in here. You tell me if you think this is right. How's that look to you? You think water is going to get in there?
We didn't backbend it?
Here, what do we see here? How's that look? I don't know, it looks like 60 grand's worth of workmanship to me. What do you guys think? That's a big bunch of nope. This is my favorite part of the story. When they were installing the siding, apparently they ran a screw through the wall right into the radiator heater of his daughter's bedroom. So now we have to go look at that with thermal imaging. Let's check it out. Part of their job was sistering a rotted joist. Let me show you what they did. Yep, that was their repair. You can see that is not only severely cracked, I don't know if you can see that crack right up there, severely rotted. Their solution was to put one biomaterial scabbed to the side of the joist.
That was them.
60 grand. What a bargain. Again,
I've got a name for a video, Money Pit.
maybe we can get Tom Hanks to narrate it.